Nation, thanks for that report. On opening night, Clark, both teams would love to start off, obviously, on a winning note.
Without question, I mean, setting that winning tone, gaining that confidence that comes from winning, and they all count. Wins today are just as important as wins that you get in March and April.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Caldwell Pope out there with Davis, and it's McGee in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the Trailblazers, McCollum the 2 and Hood the 3. Whiteside is out there with Anthony, and it's Lillard in at the point guard. And here is Green. McGee up top. He's covered by Whiteside. And they double up LeBron. Shot clock at 3. Caldwell Pope for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers. It's McCollum with the drive. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
What's up?
And that one misses.
McCollum's carved out an impressive NBA career for himself, and I think he's still ascending. He was the 10th pick in the 2013 NBA draft. He's still got plenty of upside.
Davis against Hood. There's the pass to Lillard. Over LeBron. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Outstanding handles from the clever guard. Lillard crafty with it in his hand and can create for anybody.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Damian Lillard. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, quick foul to pick up right away here in the first quarter.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Offensive rebound. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
That's where McGee butters his bread. I mean, battling for tough rebounds in the trenches, that's his area. And you look at the Lakers desperate to surround LeBron with talent to win now. They have improved, but is it enough to go deep in the West?
And the Lakers, for decades, Clark, a magnet for superstar free agents.
Yeah, and you know, guys, in recent years, more of a mixed bag in that regard. Whether it's the turmoil in the Lakers organization, I think that's part of it, or the prospect of playing in LeBron's shadow. A number of elite players have elected to go elsewhere thus far. Off to a nice start here. They've hit all three from the field.
James in the post. Covered by Lillard. Nice shot by James.
Yeah, they call him the freight train. LeBron James, when he's coming down the court like that, good luck trying to stop him.
Lillard left side. That fall. Nice feed that time from McCollum. Lillard's got 5 points so far.
And this is how you want to start the ball game. 4 for 4 from the field. Seems like they're right on point and can't miss.
And it's Davis finishing it off.
Boy, you're playing with fire anytime you leave somebody open on James' team. I mean, LeBron, his court vision, outstanding.
Pass to Whiteside. Kicks to McCollum. Shot clock at 6. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Caldwell Pope. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played.
Not a problem when that's your first miss of the game. Strong start.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. That one's on Anthony. And LeBron James, Clark, climbing the all-time scoring list. Last season passing Michael Jordan. This season, Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022, he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Free throw good, James. And the bright lights of L.A. perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
That one drops. He ties it up.
You look at LeBron James, he's truly a remarkable talent. And every season he seems to add something else to his game. It's been fun watching him, and I'm not sure how much longer we're going to see him at this level.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside, Green. Pass to James. And they double up James. And he makes that one. James has got 6 points.
Tell you what, if he's within shouting distance of the basket, he's going to get his buckets. You can count on that.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Hood deciding where to go with it. Right side trying to break free. Hood can't get it to go. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. Knocked away. Passes it to LeBron. To the inside. Right side. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Yeah, you know, Lillard has been so good at finding the open man. Puts a lot of zip on his passes, and he knows he's responsible for getting his teammates the ball.
LeBron passes to Davis. And they double up Davis. Clock at 6. Over Hood. James, no good.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And Lillard kicks to Whiteside. And it's Hood in the corner. Over Caldwell Pope, and Portland again with the bucket.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
James, the bounce pass. Davis, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Back to Davis. Over Hood. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got his second basket of the night.
As dangerous as he is inside, Davis gives opponents nightmares when he's able to get to the mid-range. He's very reliable when he steps back and takes the jump shot.
Lillard against James. McCollum up top. He had a 33-point outing in their last game against Sacramento.
And also 4 blocks. I mean, just an important factor on both ends.
Green kicks to LeBron. Over Anthony. LeBron, good. LeBron's got his third basket of the night right there.
And you can see he's got a little bounce in his step. 3 out of 4 to start.
McCollum with the ball. Now Green defending. Lillard misses. Lakers have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. Green finds James. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Shoots the 3. Danny Green, and that's good.
And Green is a world-class sniper, laser, an excellent shooter. great at getting his puppy set on these shots from deep.
Down low, it's stolen by Green. James outside, back to Green. He dishes it to James. He kicks it to Caldwell Pope. Just 5 to shoot. They grab their own miss, and Davis puts it in. Now it's a 4-point Laker lead. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Lillard scanning the floor to stop the run. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
Green passes to James. The pass to McGee. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And here's a look at some stats for Damian Lillard. Great showing for him last season. 3rd in free throw percentage, 9th in scoring, and his passing skills were on full display all year. He ranked among the top 15 in assists.
And just going back to his free throw efficiency, it's about confidence when you're at the line. You've always said it. He had it. That's how he ended up with the top 3 ranking. So timeout called here, the first for Portland. Mark, as you're watching a game unfold, what characteristics do you look for in a great closer?
Obviously confidence, a real eagerness to make difference-making plays late, and somebody who can create his own shot if a play breaks down. I mean, that's essential.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Caruso's checked in. McCollum dishes to Anthony. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 3rd assist on the night. And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. This, of course, the first opportunity to play Portland this season.
2 conference rivals. I mean, they'll play each other a total of 4 times this season.
Yeah, plenty of opportunity here, guys, to get on each other's bad side. I mean, if they weren't already. Should make for some fairly high drama.
Just 2 to shoot. No good. That's miss number 2 against 3 makes from the field.
They've been beating them to a lot of those loose balls and rebounds here to start.
Yeah, the half and half balls are going their way, and that's really a function of effort and intensity. You know, the ball doesn't discriminate. Whoever goes and gets it, that's who owns it.
And love the muscle Anthony brings to the 3 spot. Takes pride in outworking everyone when he's that deep inside.
Caldwell Pope for 3. Second chance shot. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one's on Anthony. Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
That free throw missing.
Hey, you know, guys, McGee has won back-to-back titles with the Warriors. You know, that's not too bad for a journeyman.
Labissiere's checked in for Portland. Little comes in for Hood. And then for the Lakers, Dwight Howard. He's checked in for Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Caldwell Pope. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for James. And he sinks the second. Portland trailing here. Lillard outside. It's McCollum on the wing. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Rondo kicks to Caruso. Pass to Howard. 6 to shoot. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Lakers shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game. Kent Bazemore's checked in for C.J. McCollum. And then for the Lakers, Davis comes in for JaVale McGee. And James subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. James with it. 20 points for him last game against the Utah Jazz. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Howard. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got 3 assists in the game.
There's an example of that strength that Dwight Howard possesses. I love seeing him fight through contact.
Back to Lillard. Second shot opportunity, and the rejection by LeBron.
You know, he just has not been himself this period. Just too inconsistent up and down at the offensive end.
Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Bazemore passes to Lillard for 3, and that's basket number 4. He's taken 9 shots to this point.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Bounce pass Howard. Anthony against Davis. Back to Howard. Rondo looking around. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And the Lakers lead by 5.
Rondo doesn't let the shot clock get to him, stays poised and patient. Really remarkable at finding ways to score in tight situations.
Little gets the bucket.
Yeah, that's 2 straight 3-pointers they've allowed.
Last game for the Lakers, they picked up the W against the Jazz. Howard up on top, defended by Labissiere. Howard dishes to James, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. LeBron's got 13.
He is getting it done on the offensive end. 5 buckets through 7 shots.
And Bazemore kicks to Lillard. Not that time, his 6th miss. He's made 4 of 10 so far.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Bazemore passes to Lillard. From outside, off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 7. On the wing, James. Releases. They get it back. Davis. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
Splashed them one after another. It really was quite a display from the stripe.
And that one falls for Davis.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
Portland again missing. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. And we'll be right back after this. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times or you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Los Angeles.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also, how about the willingness to attack the basket and challenge the defense here?
tonight.
And a moment now to
Shoot
reset
two.
the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Trailblazers, Labissiere out there with Whiteside. Then it's Rodney Hood. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Simons in at the 1 spot.
Well, he might not be blocking 4 shots a game anymore, but Hassan Whiteside's still a factor in the paint defensively.
And both free throws good from Whiteside. And with Whiteside, his size and length set him apart from others defensively. Greg, even at the center position.
You just can't ignore the reach and coverage that Whiteside has when he's in the paint. Even though the block numbers aren't what they once were, the amount of shots he changes is still very high.
Trailblazers trail by 10. Simons surveying the D. Whiteside against Howard. Whiteside inside. Good D by Howard. Here's Caldwell Pope, and Labissiere sends it back.
Love how aggressive Labissiere is on defense. I mean, using that wide frame and long reach to turn back shots.
And we're about a minute into the second quarter of play. Pass to Howard. Lakers passing it around. Right side, Rondo. Hassan Whiteside grabs the miss. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers winning their last game against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. And a wide open look for Hood. Misses the 3. And so it's Rondo bringing it up for Los Angeles. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Green passes to Howard. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. We know you have great passion for the game of basketball. Any passions that our fans may not know about?
Yeah, I enjoy golf. I'm an avid reader, as you well know, Kevin. We actually share book titles on occasion. Obviously, food is universal, and there's nothing I turn down. I try to eat certain things in moderation, but I enjoy board games, too. In terms of sports, I'm a fan of football, both college and pro. Enjoy playing golf, and board games and reading probably are what occupy my time.
Pass to Green. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots over Bazemore, and that one's good. Green's got the lead up to 13 now for Los Angeles. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Whiteside kicks it to Bazemore. They get a hand on it, and stolen by Kuzma. And now running it up the court, Green pushing it all the way. It's good. Rondo's got his second bucket of the night.
And how about the focus there from Rondo? Doesn't let the D get to him, able to complete that play through contact.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
You know, guys, in his rookie season, Kyle Kuzma shot over 36% from long range. Last season, that number was at 30%. Interesting to see which way that goes going forward.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. And there's the call on Howard. That is his first foul of the game. Here's McCollum. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Yeah, and the presence of Whiteside in the paint, really unreal. He is a dominant figure down low. Great work to grab that second chance opportunity.
Caldwell Pope finds Kuzma. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Clark, at the University of Utah over 3 seasons, Kuzma never shot better than 32% from long distance.
Yeah, you know, some reasonably doubt whether his rookie season mark will be sustainable, but he's got the confidence level offensively and work ethic. I'd bet on him to get those percentages back up for sure.
Simons right through the D for the layup.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Now Rondo, 14 points from him the last game against Utah.
And his scoring's going to get most of the attention, but his rebounding also stood out. He did a lot of glass cleaning in that game.
This is his first free throw of the game. No good on the free throw.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
Good on the second free throw. Mark, the relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to them.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And Portland has possession. McCollum outside. Poked away. Rondo with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Los Angeles. Rondo with the ball.
Yeah, you can't let Rondo get free in those situations. He's an absolute terror on the fast break.
Now the feed to Whiteside. And the jam by Whiteside.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And looking at the numbers for Whiteside the last few years, Greg, it seems like his production has come back down a bit.
And for a minute, Whiteside looked like he could be a dominant center, but he struggled since his great 2017 season. Shot selection has been hurting, and sometimes it feels like he is in his own way as a player.
A different look now for Portland. Carmelo Anthony, he's checked in for Labissiere. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simmons. Anthony Davis is checked in for the Lakers. LeBron comes in for Caldwell Pope. The pass to Green. Lakers working the ball around now. 5 to shoot. LeBron drives in.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Trailblazers trail by 12. Lillard outside. And it's out of bounds. The Trailblazers able to retain possession here. Los Angeles on D. And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Off the inbound. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads cut down to 10 on the bucket from McCollum.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
James looking it over. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds here tonight. All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. That free throw, no good.
And you talk about shot makers, C.J. McCollum, one of the best in the game. From mid-range, you could argue he's the best, flat out.
And the second free throw, good. And you look at the shot chart for McCollum. He's a threat from everywhere.
Able to hit off the bounce, pulling up. At his height, he's got to be creative, making space for his shot.
Here's Rondo. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Anthony bringing it up for the Portland Trail Blazers. Good on that shot, and with that, the Los Angeles lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Lillard.
And for someone who spends most of his time on the perimeter, Lillard's a terrific finisher inside. His moves to the basket aren't tentative. They are strong.
Hood against James. Over Hood. Davis, the pass to Howard. Over Whiteside. Howard dishes to Davis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
And that one falls for Davis. And we were talking about Anthony Davis. How do you even put into words, Greg, what he's able to do on the basketball floor?
I mean, he's entering the conversation among the best big men of all time. On a nightly basis, dominating in so many facets of the game. Really, it's remarkable.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled him.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
Whiteside, the pass to Hood. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. McCollum kicks to Anthony. A rebound by the Lakers.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and That's why they're ahead.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Outside Hood. Pass to Whiteside. LeBron against Hood. Lets a floater go, and he lays it up and in. Hood's got 6.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Los Angeles. Alex Caruso comes in for Green. Here is Rondo. He's got 7. James outside. Pass to Caruso. Here is Davis. He is guarded by McCollum. Just 5 on the clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Los Angeles with another miss.
You know, he hasn't made any threes this quarter after sinking just the 1 in the first.
Here's Anthony. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Rodney Hood.
One shot.
That one misses for Anthony.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
McCollum finds Lillard. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Lillard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And Kevin, they started the game shooting it so well. I'm surprised they haven't continued. They've got to get back to their strength.
Yeah, I mean, test the hot hand. You're exactly right. I say let those triples fly. Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Yep, it counts. And now just a 2-point Laker lead.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
James, that's a 2-pointer. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. LeBron's got 21 in the game.
Another one of those special nights for LeBron. I mean, you know, if he sticks around till he's an older fella, that all-time scoring career mark, wow, might be in jeopardy.
And the shot goes in.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
Rondo. Not going to go that time. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. Anthony dishes to Lillard. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Davis.
Lillard is really a force of nature. I mean, an incredible talent who torches just about everybody with his scoring ability.
And the 4-year, $196 million Supermax extension signed by Damian Lillard this offseason. Dame Dollar living up to one of his many nicknames. But money well spent by the Blazers.
2 shots.
That free throw, no good. Skal Labissière's checked in for the Trailblazers. He hits the second from the line. There's 53 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Rondo passes to James. And he banks in the layup. LeBron's got 23.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Bazemore on the wing. James covering. Back to McCollum. Passes to Bazemore. Shot clock at 5. That falls. Nice feed that time from McCollum. McCollum's got his 5th assist in this one. 23 seconds left to play here in the half. Now here's Rondo. He has 7. Great D on that shot, and it's off the mark. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Here with Coach Terry Stotts. Coach, it's a hard game so far. Going into the second half.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA. It was a shaky first quarter for Portland. A big part of the problem was their defense and inability to slow down shooters. They gave up a sky-high shooting percentage against. They came out in the second quarter with a lot more energy and with some nice offensive stretches, and were able to even things up before the half. Shaq, how do you think the Trailblazers were playing?
They ran their offense very well in the first half. There were almost no forced shots. It was good, smart basketball. The motion in their offense was terrific. They made those defenders work very hard. I like what I saw from them for the most part.
And Kenny, let's get your thoughts on the Lakers.
Well, their success was largely about second chance points. They crashed the offensive boards heavy in the first half. I love how they fight for every 50-50 ball like it's the last ball on earth.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take you down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Checking out the group of Frank Vogel to start the second half. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with Caldwell Pope, and it's McGee in at the 5 down low.
Nice job adjusting his body on the drive as he gets hit. All the credit belongs to Caldwell Pope there.
And Lillard kicks to McCollum. Back to Lillard. The Lakers with the rebound. McGee's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Good to see a player going all out when the game's this tight.
You know, G.A., he knows what his job is. Patrol the offensive glass.
You know, that time I thought he did it with authority. Tremendous putback at a time when they really need it.
And how about Lillard just being aggressive here on offense? He can heat up quickly, just super efficient, and a high IQ score.
Knocked loose. The pass to Davis. The 3. The shot, no good. So the Trailblazers will take it the other way. And a wide open look for McCollum, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. And so Green will bring it up for Los Angeles. A 2-point game, and the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Lakers have been shooting right around 75% at the line, 9 of 12 so far.
What's up?
And the free throw, no good. Trailblazers trail by 4. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Hood kicks to Lillard. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From deep, from beyond the arc, and then some. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
James outside. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. The shot from the low post is good.
You know, LeBron James is so strong and able to finish through contact because of it. You've got to wrap him up. You've got to get him before he gets that ball up in the shooting motion, because contact other than that doesn't bother him.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the call. Portland the foul. For Los Angeles, they have gone 9 of 13 from the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on their three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Both free throws good from Green.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Tipped away. It's stolen by Green. Goes up and finished off by LeBron.
Tell you what, even though he's a little older now, James still a force in transition.
Lillard, the pass to McCollum. Three-pointer. Rebound the Lakers. James has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Loads it up for Davis. Drops in the layup for 2. Davis has got 12 in the game.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Lillard against LeBron. Shot to stop the run. They get it back. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Whiteside.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Lillard comes with the double team. Green, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a 3-point play.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
I'd agree with you, and I don't think they expected this one to be a game where they would get battered inside like they have.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. 1 shot.
Free throw good, Green. Here's Lillard. He's got 23. McCollum up top. Green with the block. And he's able to get it back. Whiteside kicks to Lillard. Puts up a 3. The long distance 3 is buried. Lillard's got 8 here in the quarter.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Lakers leading by 7. Green bounce pass. James wide open. Goes back up. And Davis puts it in. He's got 14.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
It's stolen by Green. And, oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Lays it in off the breakaway. And now an 11-point Laker lead. And we may have an injury here that does not look good.
And that's the one thing you just really can't control or even guard against, and that's injury.
Yeah, you know, aside from some of the player protection rules, which have been of benefit, a lot of it just comes down to what the body can withstand.
A different look now for Portland. Skal Labissière's checked in for Whiteside. Little comes in for Hood, and it's Simons in for McCollum. And it's Kentavious Caldwell-Pope with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Here's Simons, guarded by Green. Kicks it out to Lillard. Fires it up, and he hits the jump shot. Lillard's got 10 points here in the second half.
You know, he's got to be exasperated right now, fellas. I mean, playing excellent ball, but they're still losing.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Something that also stands out tonight is the number of assists they have. I mean, that's a mark of a good club.
And it's Anthony with the ball for the Portland Trail Blazers. From deep three-point range, and Davis pulls it down.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, his defensive quickness sets him apart.
And Caldwell-Pope drops them both.
Yeah, and their free throw shooting has really improved here in the second half.
Lillard outside. Anthony dishes to Lillard. Here's the floater, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And finished off by Davis.
How about the leaping ability of Davis? Easily gets off the ground to throw it down. And he's a quick jumper and decision maker.
It's stolen by Davis. Now the Lakers on the break. Here's Caldwell-Pope. Anthony with the block. To halt the run, JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Outside, Green. Here's Davis. Good, and it's Green picking up the assist. And that's 21 points for Davis.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
James against Lillard. Dishes it to Anthony. Back to Lillard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scorers in the NBA from last year's campaign. Third is JaVale McGee.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
First one falls for. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard. Lakers leading by 16. Pass to Davis. And they call an illegal screen here.
Well,
let's check out some stats for McGee. A very nice season for him last year. 3rd in shooting percentage and one of the great shot erasers in our game, providing the last line of defense. How about top 5 in the league for blocks?
And it's a pretty terrific feat to finish top 3 in field goal percentage. Just a testament to how hard he works to become the consummate pro. Knocks it loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Green. A different look now for Portland. Whiteside's checked in for Labissiere. Anthony comes in for Little. Rodney Hood subbed in for Anfernee Simmons. Lillard against Green. This one for 3. And it's Lillard missing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
Trailblazers trail by 18. Lillard the pass to Whiteside. And Lillard kicks to Anthony. And the basket by Lillard. Lillard's got 32 points in the game.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect them to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes them change plans.
And they double up James. Pass to Green. Back to James. Clock at 6. Inside, here's McGee, and it's McGee with the jam. And that's a double-double for him now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
You know, all McGee needs, guys, is good positioning. Once he has that, dunking the ball is elementary.
Outside Hood. And Lillard gets double-teamed. Looking for Anthony and gets it there.
And, you know, Carmelo Anthony is a special player, guys. A bulky, small forward with a quick trigger release, an elite scorer.
He's 0 of 1 from the line, missing on his first trip.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And we saw it last year, guys, because those numbers were so low, teams weren't afraid to put him on the line where points were hard to come by for him.
That free throw good from Anthony. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Labissiere's checked in, and then for Los Angeles, Dwight Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. And it's Alex Caruso in for Green. That one misses.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And out of bounds as the Trailblazers gain possession. James against Lillard. From 10 feet out, no good on the shot. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Caruso, the pass to LeBron. Caruso kicks to LeBron. 4 on the shot clock. There's the triple. The offensive rebound. And stolen by Hood. And it's time for an injury report. Let's check in with David Aldridge for an injury update on C.J. McCollum. David?
Hi, guys. Well, the head athletic trainer for Portland provided some information. He told me it's a sprained elbow. Now, they put some ice on it, and they're hoping that he doesn't have any inflammation. There's no shot of him coming back in this one, and in fact, he might be sidelined for a longer time period. And that is not what his team wanted to hear, Kevin.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. It doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sidelines.
And in the training room, guys. I mean, that is not going to be an easy injury to bounce back from.
Little, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. And the Lakers also making a switch. Rondo's checked in. And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
To the paint, and stolen by Bazemore. Passes it to Lillard. And the bucket is good. Three-point play chance here for him.
And, you know, Damian Lillard has such a quick release. Excellent at getting his shot up and over the defense inside.
And it'll be his fourth time going to the free throw line in the game.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
As a matter of fact, a lot of his points came from the stripe. He was feeling it. And, guys, the numbers don't lie. I mean, he was such a reliable presence at the free throw line all throughout last season.
That free throw good from Lillard. Lakers leading by 12. Outside Rondo. Caldwell Pope against Hood. Outside Rondo. 5 on the clock. No good from Howard.
Good offense squaring up against better D there. Got to appreciate that stop.
Out to the wing. And Lillard gets double teamed. No one near Labissiere as he lets it go. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. And stolen by Lillard. Bazemore on the wing. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And it's Davis with the ball for Los Angeles. 10-point lead, and it's slammed in by Howard.
Great reach that time by Howard. He went way upstairs to throw that one down. Can pretty much get any pass that's around the goal.
Hood against Caldwell Pope. Outside Hood. Just 5 on the clock. Over Caldwell Pope. Hood can't get it to go. Los Angeles leading by 12. Flushes it down to finish the break.
KCP is a guy who can pull up from 3 just as easily as take it to the cup. He's a tough cover in transition.
Lillard from outside. Rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Rondo kicks to Caldwell Pope. And there's the pass to Caruso. There's 25 seconds left here in the third quarter. And stolen by Bazemore. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. Oh, and the jam by Bazemore.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim.
I don't care what the score is there, fellas. That's the play we'll remember from this game, clearly.
He gets it in there.
An absolute bully in the lane. Nothing the smaller defender could do there.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Lakers lead by 14. From Portland, we're back in a moment. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Kent Bazemore is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Little. Then it's Rodney Hood. And it's Labissiere in at the center. That's the group on the floor for Portland. No good from Howard.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over him.
Lillard against Rondo. Lillard misses.
Great move on his way to the bucket there. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Here's LeBron. He feeds it to Howard. Outside for Rondo. Shot clock at 6. Over Little. Rondo gets the bucket. And the Lakers lead by 16.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Bazemore finds Labissiere. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute play. Bazemore on the wing. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 4 assists now tonight.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. That's going to send LeBron James to the line. It's going to go on Skal Labissiere. And that one misses. Trailblazers trail by 15 to the middle. And it's Little finishing it off.
And there's no doubt that Lillard is a pure scorer. But it's good to see him focus on his passing, wanting to make his teammates better.
And here is Howard. LeBron, that's a two-pointer. Little with the rebound. And so Bazemore will bring it up for the Portland Trailblazers. James against Hood. Trailblazers moving the ball around. From deep. A rebound by the Lakers. Howard's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. That's going to send LeBron James to the line. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. Simons, he's checked in for Lillard.
What's up?
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Here's Simons. Here's Little. And it's Little finishing it off.
Terrific accuracy on that pass. That's how you lead your teammate.
Los Angeles leading by 14. Rondo bounce pass. LeBron kicks to Caruso. And the Lakers with another miss. The Trailblazers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Simons, the pass to Bazemore. Missed inside.
You know, you don't always get that opportunity, so those are the ones you hate to miss.
Chalk up 2 there. 34 points for LeBron.
LeBron can score from anywhere, but he's most effective close to the hoop. Very skilled in the paint.
Hood against LeBron, and out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. And Portland making a change here. Whiteside's checked in. And the Lakers have possession. It's a 16-point game. Pass to Caruso. Back to LeBron. Banked in off the glass. James has got 13 points here in the second half alone.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Kicks it to Whiteside. And it's sent back by Howard.
Get that weak stuff out of here around Howard. Turn to sender. is what he stamped that one with.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Now a timeout called by Portland.
And last season, really not a fun one for Dwight Howard as he missed a lot of time. A lot of games left on the table by him as he has battled those back issues.
For the Trailblazers, Anthony comes in for Labissiere. Rodney Hood subbed in for Little. Trailblazers trail by 20. Here's Simons. Now the dish to Bazemore. 4 on the clock. From 17 feet out. Hood can't get it to go. And with Howard, his presence was missed in the lineup last year due to injury.
And Howard isn't what he once was, but he can still make a difference on the floor. That size and rebounding really hard to replace on a team by just one player.
And there's the foul. We'll go on Alex Caruso. That's his first foul. Davis has checked in for Los Angeles. Here is Whiteside. From about 19 feet, Portland again missing. Los Angeles leading by 20. And here we go. Fast break. James has got it.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Outside Hood. He kicks it to Bazemore. Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the Rookie of the Year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. Well, a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
They could use a bucket, and it's Anthony getting it to go.
Yeah, just superb focus there from Melo, overpowering the D and still finishes.
Los Angeles leading by 23. Pass to Davis, and stolen by Whiteside. And here we go. Trailblazers with a fast break. Anthony leading the charge. Trent can't hit. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Rondo with the ball. Now Anthony defending. From 15 feet away, James, no good. And it's Lillard with the ball. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. He dishes it to Whiteside. James against Hood. Rebound the Lakers.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Clark, we hear a lot about the young basketball players in this country, the good ones playing in the AAU system. Is that the best way to develop talent for the NBA?
It's one of the better ways because the competition level is quite good across regions and throughout the country with these AAU teams. I think there's some great AAU programs and some tremendous benefits to participating in AAU basketball. Some things are better than others with it, but overall, I think it's pretty solid.
Back to Lillard. Passes it to Hood. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Whiteside. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
LeBron passes to Rondo. A floater, and the layup is up and in.
And at his best is Rondo when he's attacking in the paint. Beautiful little floater there. Easy to get it up and over the defense.
And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Caldwell Pope, he's checked in for Rajon Rondo. And the pass to Simons. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Lakers shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Kuzma outside. That's tipped. LeBron passes to Green. Kept alive. And it's slammed in by Davis.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Here's Simons, guarded by Kuzma. Lasagna bangs home the trifecta. Lasagna's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
Well, you got to really get into Hazonia's airspace because he's looking to pull as soon as that ball hits his hands.
Here's Green, feeds to James. Green with the ball. Caldwell Pope outside. 5 to shoot. Pass to Kuzma. 17-foot shot on the way. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Nice job that time by Caldwell Pope, getting it to the right man. Superb at sharing the rock with his teammates.
Here's Simons. Out to the right wing. 16 feet away. Shot's good by Horde. Los Angeles has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And it's out of bounds. The Lakers able to retain possession here. So Portland ends up going with the new group. Portland on defense, and they double up James. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Clark, there are a lot of factors a free agent puts into selecting the new team that he goes to. Talk about the factors that aren't basketball for these free agents.
Well, I think you could see some of them if you gave it some thought, Kevin. You think about a market size, nightlife for some guys is important, business opportunities when you think about places like Silicon Valley or New York or Los Angeles. Season of life for the individual player in terms of his family and where he might want to reside after he's done playing. So there are a number of different things that contribute to free agents making moves from one team to the next.
Now, did you have a family, Clark, when you played your last couple years in the NBA?
We were without children, but it was Rosie and I. We've been married 4 years, and then our family started right after I retired.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
And it will be a fight, Greg. When you see an opponent that many times, it's inevitable that those games take on a little extra added meaning for the player.
And guys, one of the steady and outstanding players putting in another impressive performance. It was a big-time outing for Davis.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
LeBron against Lillard. LeBron passes to Davis. Back to James. Kicks it to Davis. Shot clock at 5. Caldwell Pope for 3. And it's Hassan Whiteside with the rebound. To the paint. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
And Hassan Whiteside in this deep, forget about it, Kevin. I mean, he's great at getting inside and finishing with force.
LeBron left side. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin, with Danny Green. And Danny, we know how good a shooter you are, obviously, but you have really incorporated defense into your game. Now, how important is it for you to show up at that end?
Very important. I mean, it helped the team a lot. My job really is to come in and bring defense and a lot of energy.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.